Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. Let's begin with the top stories of tonight. And concerning the Ministry of Culture launch ceremony for International Archives Week by the Minister of Youth and Culture. And on the international scene, Israeli intercept Madani ship. An attack was held on international solidarity and humanitarian law. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. The third United Nations Ocean Conference, co-hosted by France and Costa Rica, officially opened today in Nice, France. The President of the Republic of Djibouti, President Ismail Omar Guelleh, was represented at the summit by the Minister of Environment and Sustainable Development, Mohamed Abdul Qadir Musa. The minister attended the opening ceremony of the conference, accompanied by a large delegation that included Mohamed Ziad Douali, ambassador and permanent representative of Djibouti to the United Nations, Ahmed Ali Mohamed, director of communication and planning, and Mohamed Almi Obsiye, a deputy director of biodiversity at the Ministry of Environment. This global forum features a series of high-level meetings and dialogue, a session that brings together UN member states, international organizations, and representatives from civil society. And let's come back now to the country where the National Archives, the Department of the National Agency for the Promotion of Culture, ANPC, launched yesterday the opening ceremony of International Archives Week held under the theme Accessible Archives, Archives for All. Taking place at the National Archives through June 12, the event aims to promote inclusive access to archival information while underscoring the vital role archives play in preserving collective memory and shaping civil identity. The opening ceremony was presided over by Dr. Hibo Mumin Asowi, Minister of Youth and Culture, and brought together diverse array of distinguished participants, including Mohamed Hussein, Director General of the ANPC, as well as representatives from public institutions, information and heritage professionals, and members of the Association of Archivists of Djibouti, researchers, students, and members of the general public. A highlight of the event was a presentation by Mr. Lukian Prijak, a visiting researcher titled Djiboutian Archives Outside the National Territory, Current Status and Identification Challenges. His talk shed light on the wealth of documentary material related to Djibouti that is preserved in foreign repositories while raising critical assets issues surrounding access and the potential restitution of this archival asset. In her address, Dr. Hibo Umumin Asowe, Minister of Youth and Culture of Djibouti, emphasized the critical need for collective action to sustain and accelerate the ongoing effort to transfer permanent archives from various ministerial departments. This initiative, she noted, is being carried out in strict accordance with the directives of the President Ismail Omar Guelleh, who has placed strong emphasis on preserving and organizing the nation's documentary heritage. She took the opportunity to announce the forthcoming transfer of archives from the National Social Security Fund (CNSS), a model example of inter-institutional collaboration, and call also on other public institutions to follow this exemplary lead. By highlighting the CNSS as a textbook case, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hibo Mumin Asowi, did not fail to encourage a broader culture of compliance, transparency, and preservation across all sectors of the government. In closing, she warmly congratulated the technical teams for their professionalism and dedication, acknowledging the pivotal role they have played in the success of the archival transfer initiative. She also expressed her gratitude to Mr. Lucian Prijat, the French archival expert, for his valuable contribution in identifying key archival sources and sites across the Horn of Africa and the Gulf of Aden. Moving on now to the magazine of tonight, to mark the country's Independence Day, the Ministry of Youth and Culture holds a special music event every June. This year's celebration was part of the Independence Day Caravan. Let's watch this report.
To commemorate the anniversary of national independence, the Ministry of Youth and Culture, as it does every June, organized a special musical evening as part of the Independence Day Caravan. This major cultural event, which has become a well-established tradition in the national calendar, celebrates our restored sovereignty, our pluralistic identity, and the vitality of our creative youth. Throughout June, the Independence Day Caravan toured various municipalities in the capital, bringing music, artists, street theater, dances, and popular entertainment to every neighborhood in a spirit of social and cultural inclusiveness. The official musical evening, the highlight of this mobile caravan, took place in several municipalities across the capital, starting at 7 p.m., including the municipality of Stadium Square in front of the People's Palace, at the popular Rally for Progress Party branch in Sheikh Moussa neighborhood, and other iconic locations. This evening brought together a selection of distinguished artists, young talent, and popular bands in a vibrant celebration characterized by the rhythm of our rich, traditional, and contemporary heritage. Through this initiative, the Ministry of Youth and Culture affirmed its commitment to promoting cultural diversity, encouraging youth artistic creativity, and consolidating the values of peace, unity, and national solidarity. This free and open event was characterized by an atmosphere of celebration, participation, and social cohesion, commemorating our country's independence. As part of the commemoration of national independence, the five interior regions, Dakhil, Ali Sabih, Arta, Tajura, and Obor, organized a festive evening to celebrate this historic occasion with a great fanfare. This celebration brought together local authorities, civil society representatives, and a large audience embodying citizens' unwavering commitment to the national unity and the values of sovereignty. The program includes cultural performance, artistic performance highlighting the rich national heritage, patriotic song and musical, but also performance by young local talent. This event reinforced the sense of belonging to a united nation proud of its achievements. Alongside the celebration, this event highlighted the importance of balanced development between the capital and the interior region. Through this regional mobilization, the Republic of Djibouti renews its commitment to building a unified and forward-looking nation. To mark the conclusion of the celebration caravan, the Ministry of Youth and Culture, in collaboration with the National Union of Djiboutian Women, organized a wonderful musical evening at Freedom Square. This joyful event brought together a large audience to celebrate with joy and music the values of unity, peace, and national pride. Several national artists enlightened the stage with vibrant and patriotic performance which were received by the audience. This initiative falls within the framework of the national celebration aimed at strengthening belonging and encouraging celebration of our country's independence.
And now, this presidential amnesty for Eid al-Adha. To celebrate Eid al-Adha, President Ismail Omar Guelleh signed a decree to free or reduce the prison sentences of 214 inmates by 4 months. Today, Monday, June 9, 83 prisoners were released from Gabon Central Prison, including 17 foreigners. The foreign prisoners will be sent back to their home countries. Another 131 prisoners had their sentences shortened by 4 months. And now, this training workshop for administrative executives took place yesterday at the People's Palace, sponsored by the National Agency for State Information Systems. This session is part of an ongoing public administration modernization initiative aimed at enhancing skills in dynamic management, transparency, priority setting, and resource optimization. In response to the challenges posed by digitalization and the rise of artificial intelligence in the public sector, participants were encouraged to adopt more efficient management practices. The workshop emphasized tools and methods suited to a rapidly changing environment. In his address, the Director General of ANSI did not fail to express a great pleasure in welcoming the participants to the important training sessions. He explained that these sessions were part of a forward-looking approach deliberately chosen to enhance the skills of public administration of executives in the digital age. He noted that the first session will focus on the analytical, managerial, and operational approach, aiming to equip participants with modern tools to structure, plan, and efficiently manage public projects. Given the increasingly complexity of public policies and the growing demand for the results, transparency, and interinstitutional coordination, he emphasized the necessity for public executives to have access to clear frameworks, rigorous methodologies, and a managerial mindset adapted to ongoing transformation. He added that this training will enable executives to better respond to both current and future challenges in public service delivery. Furthermore, the General Director of ANSI highlighted that such initiatives are essential to foster innovation and responsible governance within the public administration. He finally stressed the importance of continuous learning to keep pace with digitalization and emerging technologies, ensuring a more agile and efficient public sector. Let's head now to Holhol locality where the Army Battalion of Hajj Hassan Gulid Military Primary School celebrated the 48th anniversary of the founding of the Djibouti Army Forces under the leadership of the battalion commander. The main event took place at the Army Forces School in Holhol in a joyful and atmosphere. The ceremony was attended by Lieutenant Daher Idris of the Holhol Police, Post Chief Mustafa Hassan, and notable local leaders from Holhol and numerous guests who honored the occasion with their presence. The Djibouti Army Forces was established, let's recall, on June 6, 1977, just 20 days after the National Independence Day. Since then, they have been a fundamental pillar of the country's sovereignty. This national event serves as a reminder of the vital role of the National Army plays in maintaining the country's stability, peace, and development.
demi-siècle d'existence.
Colonel Alaye Abdi also paid a tribute to those who preceded them in wearing the military uniform with honor. Meanwhile, the Chief of Staff of the Army Forces reaffirmed the soldier a daily commitment to serving the nation, emphasized the Army's determination to remain vigilant and ready at all times. The Colonel Oleye Abdi stressed the importance of training, discipline, and unity. Each message carried a clear meaning. The Djiboutian army has been and will continue to be a fundamental pillar of national stability, concluded the General Oleye Abdi. And to conclude the event, the Colonel of the President, Hassan Guled Military School, proceeded to lay wreath at the monument to the fallen and recited Al-Fatiha. The regional prefect and the battalion commander laid a wreath at the memorial inside the regional barracks, honoring the martyrs of the army forces who fell in the line of duty, serving their countries and people. And following the speeches, the army forces presented a grand military parade in the presence of military and civilian dignitaries as well.
من خطاياهم كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس.
Moving on now to Somalia, where the 48th anniversary of Djibouti Army Forces celebrate in Beledweyne. The 48th anniversary of the founding of the Djibouti Army Forces was also celebrated last Thursday in Beledweyne, Hiran region in Somalia. The ceremony was presided over by Colonel Saeed Waberi, a Harur, commander of Sector 4, accompanied by Battalion Commander Mohammed Omar of Hill 11. They both conducted a review of Djiboutian and allied troops present for the occasion. The celebration was marked by the participation of a detachment of Somali allied forces as well as the Ghanaian police. Senior civilian and military officials from the Hiran regional government also attended the ceremony. And following the troop review, the traditional military parade took place. This was followed by the laying of symbolic wreath at the monument dedicated to the martyrs who fell in the line of duty. It was a solemn moment of remembrance during which prayers and invocations were recited in honor of our brave warriors.
الله. اللهم اغفر لشهدائنا وشهداء المسلمين. اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وعافهم واعف عنهم وأكرم.
And taking the floor, the commander of Battalion 11, Commander Mohammed Omar, presented the official order from the Chief of Staff of the Djibouti Army Forces. The message could recall the sacred role of the Djiboutian Army, beginning with the deep roots of this institution established at the time of the country's independence. He also paid tribute to those who preceded them in wearing the military uniform with honor. The Chief of Staff reaffirmed the soldier daily commitment to serving the nation and emphasized the Army determination to remain vigilant and ready. He highlighted the importance of training, discipline, and unity. The commander of Battalion Hill 11 said each statement conveyed a clear message. The Djiboutian Army has been and will continue to be a fundamental pillar of the national stability. For his part, the commander of Sector 4 delivered a speech on the occasion of the 48th anniversary of the national independence of the Republic of Djibouti. In his address, he extended a warm congratulation to the President of the Republic and Supreme Commander of the Army Forces, President Ismail Omar Guelleh, as well as to the First Lady of the country. He also paid tribute to the President of Somalia, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud. Taking advantage of the occasion, he offered his congratulations to the Minister of Defense in charge of relations with Parliament, Hassan Omar Mohamed, and to the Chief of Staff of the Army Forces, Army Corps General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim. In the Jalalaqsi sector now, the Army Battalion stationed in the city of Jalalaqsi commemorated the 48th anniversary of the founding of the Djibouti Army Forces under the leadership of Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Ali Alami Bouh. The main events were held at the Army Forces barracks in Jalalaqsi in a joyful and festive atmosphere. The occasion witnessed the presence of high-ranking officials from the regional authorities, senior military and civilian figures from the area. Upon arrival, the regional governor received a warm welcome from the battalion commander, followed by a review of the army forces. And then a food parade was then held on the runway of Jalalaqsi Airport, a strategic facility fully constructed by the Djibouti Army Forces for the benefit of local authorities and civilian population. The airport, a testament to Djibouti's military commitment and expertise, symbolizes the tangible link between security and development serving the people. And finally, a heartfelt tribute was paid to the martyrs of the Djibouti Army Forces who fell defending the values of peace, freedom, and sovereignty. A minute of silence was observed in the memory in an atmosphere of deep respect and loyalty to their sacrifice. Let's stay in Somalia, where the Djiboutian troops in Bula Burde mark 48th anniversary of Djibouti Army Forces. And as part of the ongoing celebrations for the 48th anniversary of the founding of the Djibouti Army Forces, a solemn ceremony was held by the Djiboutian military detachment deployed in Bula Burde, Somalia. The ceremony began with an inspection of the troops by the battalion commander stationed in Bula Burde, followed by a salute to the national flag, accompanied by the anthem of the Djibouti Armed Forces. In a spirit of reverence, a verse from the Holy Quran was recited, invoking divine blessings upon the nation and its defenders. The order of the day from the chief of the general staff was then read by officers from Bula Burde, emphasizing the importance of duty, sacrifice, and honor, values that shape the identity of the Djiboutian army forces.
كونوا للسماء صدق الله العظيم.
Ordre de jour du SEMGA à l'occasion du 48e.
And finally, a solemn tribute was paid to the martyrs who fell in the line of duty both on national soil and during overseas operations. And here also a minute of silence was observed in memory of these heroes whose sacrifice continues to inspire the courage and commitment of Djibouti soldier every day. And now to the international scene. Israel intercepted the humanitarian ship Madeleine in international waters, capturing activists and aid intended for Gaza. Gasser Ali tells us more.
Israel intercept the Madeleine ship, an attack on international solidarity and humanitarian law. On the 84th day of the ongoing genocidal war on Gaza, the Freedom Coalition denounced the kidnapping of international activities aboard the Madeleine ship by the Israeli occupation army as it sailed toward the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, 44 Palestinians have been killed since then, including 13 near so-called humanitarian aid center targeted by the Israeli forces. In a statement, the coalition stated that the Israeli army had boarded the Madeleine ship and that all contact had since been lost. Israeli army radio confirmed that naval commandos had taken control of the vessel. The group accuses Israel of kidnapping the volunteers on board, an act of piracy at sea. The ship left the port and ensured the release of Madeleine ship and its crew.
So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.